The man bought all the bottled water on the plane. He then transported all the water to his first-class seat. Everyone who saw this thought the man had lost his mind. Little did they know, 30 minutes later, the plane would encounter a thunderstorm. At that time, everyone would be stranded on a deserted island, and the water on the island was severely polluted. Even distilled water was undrinkable. The water the man bought would become a precious resource, and the reason the man knew all this was because he was reborn. In his previous life, the man, along with others, got stranded on an island. After countless hardships, they finally found a way to escape the island. It turned out that in the sea near the island, there was a massive treasure buried. It contained not only valuable jewels, but also an important access card. In fact, on this island, there was an abandoned secret base. The base hid a cruise ship. As long as they used the access card to open the base's door, they could escape by boat. But unfortunately, after the man acquired the treasure, he was betrayed by his friends. Only Mary was willing to help him. They had a fierce argument, and at that moment, a tsunami suddenly hit them. Before he died, the man silently swore that if he could start over, he would change his fate. Unexpectedly, the next second, a mysterious force descended upon the man. When he opened his eyes again, the man had actually been reborn. He found himself back at the moment he had just boarded the plane. The man immediately found Mary and wanted to take her with him, but he had only met Mary on the deserted island. At this moment, Mary did not recognize him. She thought he was a harassing thug. She hurriedly called the flight attendant to stop him. The man quickly explained to everyone that after the plane took off, it would encounter a disaster. He urged everyone to get off the plane quickly. The flight attendant merely smiled slightly and told the man that the takeoff time had arrived. No one could leave now, but the man was still unwilling to accept it. He even tried to open the emergency exit door, but the flight attendant told him that the emergency exit was malfunctioning. It couldn't be opened at all. The man was furious. Was he really destined to be stranded on the island again after being reborn? Was he still doomed to end up stranded on the island? At that moment, the plane took off. The man looked at his watch and saw there were only 30 minutes left until the thunderstorm. Since he was destined to be stranded, he had to be fully prepared. The man immediately bought all the water from the flight attendants and reserved all the first-class seats for storage, because he knew that after the plane crashed, the damage in first class would be minimal. It would help preserve the water resources as much as possible. Just as the man anxiously transported the water, the thunderstorm had already arrived. The man struggled to climb back to first class and then passed out. When the man woke up again, he found himself lying on a deserted island. The man immediately started gathering supplies, but he unexpectedly encountered the unconscious flight attendant. The man saved the flight attendant. The flight attendant was in a panic. She didn't expect the man's prediction to be true. She quickly asked what to do next. The man, however, remained very calm. What they needed to do now was gather supplies and then find Mary. Only by finding the treasure with Mary would they have a chance to open the base's door and then drive the boat to escape.